a new co host, a season ticket story to remember, and fan reactions to the new Cardinals Stadium upgrade. Stay tuned.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Kelly Singh.
Murray heaves it downfield. It is caught. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins. Miraculous. It's Murray magic.
The sickest Arizona Cardinals podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Welcome to the sickest Arizona Cardinals podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Singh, and I am bringing in a brand new co-host who will be joining us once a week. Please meet Charlotte Schaff, PR professional, founder of the Media Push here in Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome, Charlotte.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. I love this. And I love you, Kelly. So this is awesome.
I'm really, really excited. We've run in the same circles for many, 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 many years, and actually didn't even sit down to hang out one-on-one until last year when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. You were such a huge help to me. We didn't discuss this, but I didn't know I can cut this out. But would you mind sharing a little bit about your breast cancer story?
Sure.
I just threw that out randomly.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm used to talking about it. I'm an open book. After many years of ignoring my orders to get a mammogram because I was in my late 40s, my husband, who is a physician assistant, saw that I had a bunch of orders that I had not followed through on through the years, and he put a sticky note on them and he said, I love you. And I said, okay, fine. I'll go to the frickin' mammogram. I'll get the mammogram. I'm sure nothing's wrong with me. What do you know? Right after I get my mammogram, I get a call from the imaging place saying that I have to come back, and I end up getting breast cancer. Long story short, I didn't need chemo. I just had radiation for 30 days. And then I decided to go crazy, Angelina Jolie, and I also had a bilateral mastectomy and a hysterectomy. And I am here to talk about it and tell people that you got to get your boobs checked.
So important. And anybody who's been listening or following for any period of time on Twitter knows that last year's when I went through my breast cancer journey, also having a bilateral mastectomy, and it changes you. It changes your life, but it also helps you to be more proactive about the health of the people that you love around you.
Absolutely.
And I learned at Super Bowl week, at the Crucial Catch panel, it was a panel about prostate cancer. So men, this applies to you. We learned that 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer at some point in their lifetime, and it's completely manageable. So make sure you are also getting checked. Impromptu health checks.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
I wanted to start off with a great story. You had already mentioned your husband and how much he loves you. This ties in. I'm trying not to spoil, but I think I have already. Please tell us your season ticket story because I love it so much.
Okay, so when I started my own PR company in 2005, my goal as a business owner, my literal only goal was to be a season ticket holder for a professional team. And I love football. I was living here in Arizona after growing up in Michigan. And when they decided to open up the stadium in Glendale, I said, okay, this is my time. I'm going to buy season tickets. As soon as they drafted Matt Leinart, I immediately called because I said, oh my God, that's what we needed. We needed a quarterback. But when I was talking to the sales rep, the problem was I couldn't afford 4 seats. two seats for me didn't seem right because I wanted to host clients and friends, and I felt like it'd be kind of awkward. And my sales rep said to me, well, I've got a really good view of the field in the corner, and it's three seats. And I said, oh, that's perfect. I like the corner in general. So I got those tickets, went to most of the games the entire first year they were in Glendale. And lo and behold, in the third to the last game of the year, that was the year that the Lions sucked really bad and had not won any games. And the stadium was dead. There wasn't a lot of like enthusiasm. So I started looking around me, talking to people, and I talked to the guy next to me. I'm like, so do you go to a lot of games? And he said, yeah, I go to all of them. And I'm like, oh my God, so do I. And he goes, I know. And I was like, okay. And last game of the season, I decided that I had to figure out who this guy was. I need to figure out if he's single, that kind of thing. Brought two of my best girlfriends and I said, get all the details on this guy. Who is he? What does he do? Is he single? That kind of thing. Well, they did their job. And by the end of the game, he had given me his email address and he asked me out on a date. And
Woo.
we've been together ever since. And we still have the exact same season tickets. So you never know who might be sitting next to you. Could
You
be your future husband.
You never ever know. It's so true. My tickets this last season were also on the corner, and the people next to me had also won their seats for the year.
Oh,
And so we saw each other frequently throughout the season, which is really fun getting to know the people around you. We were in 124. What
mhm.
section should people be moving to if they want to be near you?
I would love to see consistent Cardinal fans in section 136. Section 136, great area to be because you can see down the field. It's right near one of the entrance slash exits. Restrooms are right there. One of our favorite ladies who sells beer is right there for one of the breast cancer foundations. So section 136, my husband and I are in row 26. But I would really love to see a lot more Cardinals fans around us because through the years, because of the Cardinals not winning as much, we see a lot of away fans, and there are times that I go to the game and I leave there feeling like I just got beat up because
It's
some
true.
away fans who are from here can be a little obnoxious when they're wearing the other team's stuff. And I would love to see quality people around us where, I mean, it's an event when you go to a Cardinals game.
Mhm.
You're there from tailgating, we're in the gray lot, to hanging out at the game and having a good time. It's an experience, and it's much better when you're around people who are also passionate about the Cardinals. So
100%. And I was definitely looking at your section, and then it came up that there were two seats in 105, and I had sat in 105. It's about between the 10 and 20 yard line. I've sat there before with friends. I accidentally ran into a previous coworker who sat in 105, and they're a season ticket holder. And I thought I really did enjoy this section. So we ended up in 105, but
mhm.
definitely it's still this experience. You want to be able to celebrate with the people around you. I'm glad we're on the home sideline this year. My seats last year were bleeding into the visitors side, and that was really tough. But we all know local fans of away teams have a way of changing their stripes should our
Mhm.
home team be performing well.
Yep, very true, very true. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, speaking of seats,
Yes.
we just heard that there have been some ruffling of feathers among season ticket holders with this new stadium upgrade. What have you heard?
So the Cardinals are debuting these casitas and this really cool entertainment and networking type of environment at the stadium. Apparently, we are behind the times because I guess most other stadiums already have this kind of situation. It's cool. I mean, my first thought when I saw the Cardinals post it, I was like, wow, this is really cool. I probably can't afford it.
Right.
And how do we allow just Cardinals fans there? Which probably isn't going to happen either, because in the end, money talks. So the casitas are cool, and it's supposed to elevate the Cardinals at a different level in regards to what they're doing for the fan entertainment experience. But it definitely has ruffled the feathers of a lot of our friends, especially lots of them that we follow on Twitter together, who have been in that area for years and now just completely removed from their seats that they've had. And I feel like they've gotten the big shaft. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really
It
disappointing.
it does feel like that. And I honestly hadn't even considered that that was going to happen when I watched the
No.
video, when I went through the press piece. I did the same thing as you, where I was like, oh, that looks like fun. Can't afford it, but it looks like fun. Maybe I'll have like some freelance client that purchases one of these casitas and I get the opportunity. But it never occurred to me that the seats would actually, that these things would actually be taking away seats.
Right, right. That I didn't realize that either until I saw some of our Cardinal fan friends, saying we didn't even know about this. I think that they even paid their invoices before they even got the news. I could be wrong,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's just really a bummer. I feel like they should get some sort of perk, like let them do the first uh preview of the space, or let
yeah.
them be able to use that area for preseason games. I don't,
That's a great resolution, actually.
I mean, are a lot of big corporate companies going to come and hang out in the casitas in the middle of August at a preseason?
I don't see it. I don't see it.
No.
Um, wow, if you are one of those affected season ticket holders, we would really love to hear from you. Specifically, did they give you any kind of reward or, you know, sorry we're moving you kind of gift?
Hmm.
Did you get to go through the formal seat choosing process like the rest of us did? I would love to know the answers to those
Yeah,
questions.
me too. Me too. It's really a bummer.
It is. It is such a bummer. Um, Yeah, man, I can't even imagine because I was feeling stressed just waiting for my turn because I wasn't officially a season ticket holder last year. I had tickets to every home game, but it wasn't categorized as a season ticket holder. So I had to wait until after season ticket holders had been taken care of. And
Hmm.
that was agonizing. Like, I'm like, oh no, everything's selling out. Everything's selling out. I just felt like so
It's the Cardinals that's not selling out.
but now I understand because this, when we were choosing seats, a lot of stuff was taken. And I'm like, what is happening? But now it makes sense. They had to relocate all of
Yeah,
those people.
yeah. What a bummer.
It
Mm.
is crazy. Wow. This was fun. I'm really happy that you participated in my impromptu breast cancer discussion.
For sure. Not a big deal. I mean, I'm pretty much an open book. I'll talk about the breast cancer, my love story, being a work
Um,
at home mom, PTO mom, all that kind of fun
all
stuff.
that stuff. I'm just really glad that I'm going to have you around at least once a week to share our love of the Cardinals, tell silly stories and all of that. Tell people where they can find you and if anything else fun is going on that they should know about.
Well, I do PR and my company is called The Media Push, and I love to work with local small businesses and nonprofits. So check me out. My website is themediapush.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter and TikTok. I'm under Shar Shaff. And I'm a little bit more personal in those areas. So you're going to get a little bit more about the behind the scenes of being
Yeah.
Charlotte Schaff on Twitter, I guess you could say. It's definitely not just the media push. I'm talking about my vents, my frustrations, my excitement, that kind of stuff there too. So, and just FYI, I just signed on with a quick project client, a film called A Personal Pandemic that's going to be at the Phoenix Film Festival in April.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was shot all here in Arizona, especially here in North Central Phoenix, where I live. Lots of hiking elements to it. And it's all about a marriage and whether or not they can withstand being together during the pandemic and not being able to leave their houses. And they're considering going through divorce. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That actually sounds really cool. It'll give us something to do.
Hmm.
So be sure to check that out, everybody. You can find me on the app formerly known as Twitter. That's probably the only place you want to go to find out what's happening. And I'm at Kelly in Phoenix. So there you have it. We'll both for sure be back next week.
Hmm.
This will probably publish on Fridays, I'm guessing. Throwing that out there, producers. I have no idea. If anything else crazy happens early in the week, Monday or Tuesday, I'll be sure to hop in and give you the headlines. So stay tuned and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Kelly Singh on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.